It's January 2025, and I thought we would take a look at what is happening at my house in New York, upstate, and all my plants. Hi everyone, it is Tim. It is winter. It is almost the middle of January, but not quite. And even though I'm out here in a short sleeve shirt, it's pretty cold today and windy. And I thought I would just give you a nice update on everything that's going on in the frozen garden and inside where a lot of the tropicals are. But while I'm out here, I don't know if you can see it, and maybe I'll zoom in a second. You can finally see the railroad track on this side of the river. Normally you see the railroad track on the commuter line going to New York City, which is going south from here. But now you can see the other rail that's on this side that you can only see in the wintertime. You can't see it in the summertime because the leaves are on all the trees and it's completely covered up. Anyway, we've had some really brutally cold weather here today. It's nice and sunny and actually feels pretty good. We haven't had a lot of snow. We've had some, and I think we're getting just a little bit this weekend. But to my friends in LA, I feel for you so much. I just can't even believe what we're seeing on the TV. It's just insane. And all the gardening people I follow on Instagram and on YouTube, I am so sorry. I just can't even imagine what you're going through. But yes, so the cold weather here just pales in comparison. And I know England, in the UK, you guys are getting really cold weather. I know there's lots of snow in Norway because I'm corresponding with all of you. And yeah, it's just a bit of a brutal wintertime weather. And only, I guess, those in South America and Australia and Africa are enjoying their summer right now. But we are not. We are cold here. Anyway, I want to take you through some things and look at what's going on here in New York on the Hudson River on this beautiful day. So here I'm trying to zoom in on the tracks. This is the freight train that comes on this side, and then on the opposite side of the Hudson River we can see the ice starting to form is where the commuter train is that I mentioned before. But yeah, the ice is starting. It probably will get a little worse. I've seen it much worse than this. So this is not bad at all for January right now. But this is why I live here, because it's beautiful. It's just cold in the wintertime. And as you all know, I like really warm weather. But very pretty out today. So this is one of the rooms in my house, and as you can see, I have pretty good window space here, and it really helps with a lot of my plants. I've got a lot of my palms and things here, some of my fruit trees, all in the space, but it's not a greenhouse. So last year I had so many plants in here you could barely move, and this year I tried to put more downstairs in the garage so that I had a little bit more room. But I'm going to take you around in here and just kind of show you what's going on. But I do love this space. It is really nice in the wintertime because, as you can see, there's a lot of light coming through and it really helps with the plants. I was very lucky when I found this house that it did have such nice window space. And even though it's really cold out there, it's actually really nice in here. So just taking a look at what's inside here, I've got some citrus. I believe this is an orange tree, if I remember correctly. I was keeping it outside to the last possible minute. It's now inside, and of course it thinks it's spring, so it's starting to bud. Which I did not want it to do this early, but it is anyway. Some cactuses, some more citrus. There's a plumeria back there that just does not want to go dormant, even though I'll show you the rest of my plumerias in a little bit. That is a pindo palm I grew from seed that I got from Europe. And there's one of my Bismarcks that is just so slow growing. Everyone thought it had died, it came back. It's definitely alive, it's just really, really slow growing. This is a foxtail that I think has died. It just all of a sudden it just went brown one day, and it's not from spider mites or anything like that. It's just annoying. Here's a bunch more palms of all different varieties. That's a larger Pindo right there. And this is an Australian palm back here. It's a Carnarvon Gorge palm. I'll put that below when I put this together. And this is actually a Folifera right here that I grew from seed that I got from California. And I have a Folifera outside as well. This is a sable palmetto, one of them that I got from Texas. Over here, some date palms that I grew from seed, so literally from edible dates. I got and took the pits out and grew them. That one's getting nice and big, and it is going outside permanently in just a few years. Actually, it's gonna go outside, this spring. These I might let get a little bit bigger before they go outside. And this is a ribbon palm. I just have so many different things in here. That's one of the Italian cypress trees. And bougainvillea, I've got Mediterranean palms coming up. And I have a lot more of those. And then some amaryllis right here. Just gonna walk through some more houseplants, a fig. My big, gigantic bird of paradise I've had forever and ever. And this is good for me. This is not a lot of stuff. This is actually pretty good. It's not layered in here too much. So I'm happy about that. This is star fruit here. I have such a problem trying to grow these. They're very easy to germinate, but then the spider mites just get them. Even though I try everything, I've failed several times there, so I'm hoping it'll be okay. This is my bottle palm. It needs to go back in more light, but I still have my Christmas tree up in the other room, which you will see. But it has grown a lot, and I need to put some more dirt on the roots because it keeps just coming out of the pot. I have a triangle palm in here that my friend Chris gave me, which I love. I would love to put that permanently in the yard. And over beside it is my Cuban royal palm. And I do have high ceilings, but it's not gonna be able to go much longer. That's gonna have to be figured out what to do with that. This is one of my bananas that was out by the pool. It still has bananas on it. I don't know if they will ever ripen unless spring comes early this year and I can get them back out. I just don't know. And this prime space right here is being taken up by the Christmas tree. So once I get that packed up and out of the way, I can move plants back in here. And once again, yeah, it's just a great room for plants and a nice view out there. And this is just some more citrus, and I can't even remember what this is because they literally were something that I was cooking with. I kept the seeds and they started growing. And I should have marked down what they are, but they're growing really nicely. And on this side of the room, you get to see my two parrots. You've seen, if you watched my videos before, this is my rescue Amazon parrot, Big Bird. She's lots of fun. And then my miniature macaw over here, she just took a bath in her water bowl, so she's all wet. And she's really sweet. They're both really friendly and want to be held all the time, don't you? Yes. And but you're all wet right now, so I'm leaving you alone. And then I have just a few more things in here. Here's a lady palm, a yucca, and then I think this is an African milk tree. I believe that's what it's called. I need to look that up again. I got this from a friend up north of me, and it's so nice and big, and I need to keep watering it because it does seem to like water and it's a little dry in here. Just to prove that she's friendly. here she is on my shoulder, and she's very, very sweet. She's just a little wet right now, and she does talk, and they're lots of fun. And I recommend anyone get a rescue bird if you can. They're just loud, and they do not want to be together. There's the Amazon proving how loud. They're very, very jealous of each other. They do not like each other at all. So yes, it's nice and loud in here, very jungle-like. Will you talk? Will you say hi, birdie? Are you gonna talk? I have to video her talking because she talks really well. So this is in my bedroom, and this is actually pretty good for me. It's normally just stacked full of stuff, but of course it is still winter time, and once I start doing some more seed starting, this space will really get covered up. But I've got my sagos in here. I have some sable palmettos in here. I have some pine trees in here, and I've got, this is actually a Buddha's hand right here. It's gone through some rough times, but it's coming back. I've had it for a long, long time, and it's fruited many times. So I'm excited about that. And you can see outside, everything out there. But yeah, that's the bedroom. I actually could put some more stuff in here, but I've been trying to keep things in the garage. And of course, like even the bathroom has to have plants, because any place there's some sun coming in. So this is just some of my cactus, many of which go in the cactus garden in the summer. And one of my Norfolk Island pines that was a little tiny tree someone gave me long, long ago, and it's growing nice and big. But yeah, I do love all the sun I get. I'm very lucky about that. So as I said before, I have a lot of my plumeria tucked away in the closet with a bunch of junk, but basically they stay nice and cool in here, and they should be going dormant. Even though I cut the leaves off, some of them have grown back, but for the most part they're in the dormant stage. I'm not watering them. I'm just letting them stay in here, and then maybe around March I will start pulling them out again and getting them to come out of dormancy so that I get blooms in the summertime. So back outside, everything I think is doing really well at the moment, despite the frigid temperatures. That's one of my Trachycarpus there, and that's my Robolini there, and so going down through, that's my Washingtonia up there, and my non-hardy pomegranate under that blue tarp. And that's my hardy pomegranate, and then one of my bougainvilleas behind that ladder there. We'll just kind of glance in there. It's hard to see through that glass. My olive trees right here, I've got two of them. I'm trying to keep them open so that they get some chill, but I just don't want them to get too cold, because they really aren't hardy for zone 6B here in New York. And my other one over here, they seem very resilient, but I don't want to chance it. And the pond, the koi pond, is completely frozen. I could put my ice skates on and skate on it. Here's some sad cacti that I left in pots, and I should have put them in the ground, but if they survive, I'm going to put them back in the ground. Just look, that's one of my Trachycarpus, just showing you what the outside of the olive hut looks like. I would redesign this. I don't like the design. I want to fix that next year, maybe, if they grow bigger. And that's the tree that needs to go. This is the papyrus that has been plaguing my pond here, and I'm hoping it's dead. It took forever to die. It really took some cold temps. And over here on this side, that's my Mediterranean fan palm in that big box there. And then just looking out. So let's go down by the pool, just passing all the palm boxes. That's a banana under there. That's my Chinese fan palm. And let's kind of look in here. You can see that it is nice and green.
These are really cold hardy. I could probably maybe try getting away with it on opening it up on a normal day. Makes me nervous. This is another one of my Mediterranean fan palms. It's a little different variety from the one up by the house. And over here I've got my Washingtonia robusta right there. That's a pretty large one. And this is one of my the only date palm that I have in the ground that's a edible date. I do have my other dates in the ground, but that's the only edible one. And here you can see where I've got the tape trying to keep the silly woodpecker off everything. And just here's some of my cactus garden there. But yeah, I've got a lot of palms that are covered up. But this is my monkey puzzle. And I really don't think I need to cover it, but because it's still small enough, I thought let's put some Christmas lights and cover it up since it's so cold. And here's another small Washingtonia robusta that I grew from seed. Just checking in there on that one. It seems to be doing fine. I'm not going to open up all of them because it's just too cold, but I do like to check them every once in a while to see what's going on. But yeah, the pool is frozen. It's just so hard to believe it can be so nice and warm out here, and it's so cold right now. And that's my unfinished art project on the side of the pool. I think on the pool shed, I think you've seen this side over here, which is finished. That's my ode to the bird of paradise there and the Beverly Hills Hotel. And yeah, this is more of the tape to try to keep the woodpeckers away. And here's one of the lines I have, because this kind of started to blow over because this Washingtonia foliifera is not big enough to hold the structure in place. If you've looked at my other videos, you can see how I do that. But yeah, the fun frozen pool down here with the large Trachycarpus and the yuccas down here. I still have my ladders up because I keep having to mess with the fact that this woodpecker, as you can see, is attacking all of my structures, trying to find bugs, I guess. So I'm going to have to climb up there on the ladder and fix that. And then since it's fairly sunny right now, I thought I'd open up my Chilean wine palm hybrid. And as you can see, it looks happy. And it's just nice to like see there is a palm tree in there in this box. And I think it's doing great. And so hopefully pretty soon I'll be uncovering it. And here is the garage, which I'm just going to say I have a new electric car. Next time I will show the garage. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.